Thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you for my family who are scattered about the room, as they always are, working. Dad behind the scenes. Thank you for your love and your support, for everything you've already done. You have the room decked out in the colors and all the little touches that make things special. Thank you so much for that. Thank you to my husband for supporting the idea of me running for council. It is not something to take lightly. He's given me a lot of grief and jokes in the past week since I resigned as Chief Operating Officer about my short time off. But we are ready to hit the ground running, and he is a wonderful partner and all that I could ask for in this effort. So thank you. When I was a little girl, I used to ride my tricycle around this building. I'd be watching my mom and dad get ready for parties. They took a leap of faith in starting their own small business. And I know firsthand from watching them the kind of energy, the kind of work, and the kind of dedication that it takes to make a small business successful. This year will be the balcony's 41st in business. I am very proud to say that I learned my work ethic from them. I learned how to treat people, and I learned that it's not about them. Every party, every reception, every life event celebrated in this room, they worked hard to make sure that everything was just right. But it was always about the people and making sure the people are well served. This election is exactly the same. It is not about me, it is about you, the people, and making sure that you are well served. So what do you want in a leader? You want someone you trust? When I joined John Young's administration in December of 2010, it was a pretty difficult time for Jefferson Parish. People were headed to jail, there was a lot of disarray. And we spent a lot of time and energy in those early years putting the parish back on track, restoring people's trust in parish government. We banned international travel on the taxpayer's dime. We made all of the executive staff sign affidavits that our parish employment would be our sole and exclusive employment. No outside income, no other jobs, no conflicts of interest. We took away parish credit cards. We only left 2 in place for emergencies, one for the finance director and one for the chief operating officer. As chief operating officer of the parish most recently until last week, you know how many times I used my credit card? Never. Not a cent on that credit card. I have worked daily to restore trust in government, and I want to continue that progress. What else do you want in a council person? Someone who's experienced. I started working with Jefferson Parish when I joined the Young administration, first as a chief administrative assistant. I was promoted twice to ultimately serve as the first female chief operating officer of Jefferson Parish. In that role, I worked with all 35 departments of parish government, everything from the animal shelter to the water department. I was responsible for 3,000 parish employees and helping oversee a $580 million budget. I know how parish government works. I know how a call comes in or an email from you. In fact, if it comes in on the parish website, I help design that with you in mind. I know the issues on your mind. I know who to go to begin working to resolve those problems. I've spent nearly the past 5 years working in parish government. I'm current on the issues. I know what's going on in the parish. I know that we've just scheduled the grand opening, for example, of Jefferson Performing Arts Center. It's been a long time in coming, but the grand opening is on the books and scheduled for June 20th, so I hope you will all buy tickets and be there. Earlier this year also, I worked very hard to bring to life the parish's film permitting process. I know the film industry is vibrant. I know our neighborhoods are very welcoming, but they do need some safeguards. And that's why I worked and continue to work to make sure that that process is one that is responsive to both needs. I've worked to make Jefferson Parish government work for you, and I want to continue that progress. Maybe the last thing that you want in a leader is someone who can work with others to get things done. You cannot do it all alone. And when I look around this room and look at all of the people who filled this room tonight, I see many of the invaluable team members that I had on the parish administration. I appreciate them being here and supporting me over these years, because you can't do it alone. It was working as a team that we were able to get so many things done. I also, as Chief Operating Officer, had to work across the hall with the Parish Council. And I see many members of the council here tonight, and I appreciate their support, because it was in working with them that we were able to accomplish so much. Working with Ben Zahn, for example, on funding for JEDCO, that's an important issue for the parish. Working with Councilwoman Cynthia Lee Shang on the film permitting process that I mentioned. Working with Paul Johnson on the pay matrix for our firefighters and making sure that they have a good salary and a career protecting us and maintaining our highest PIL rating. I know how to build bridges, I know how to work with others and to get things done, and I want to continue that progress. I appreciated the introduction tonight from Ralph Brandt, because part of what I've loved about this job most was working with our civic groups, and also Todd Murphy here, and working with our business community. They are vital to this parish, and so I've had a wonderful opportunity to work with so many of you who filled this room who are in those business and civic organizations. I know that the first thing to do is to show up. I've done that. Then you listen. Then you work together to find solutions to issues facing neighborhoods or our business community, or quality of life issues that affect the entire parish. I'm very proud to see so many familiar faces of civic groups and business groups here tonight, and I believe they can tell you all of the things that we worked on together, and I want to continue that progress. I'm here tonight fully understanding that the job of councilwoman is about serving the people. I'm asking you tonight for your support in continuing the progress in a new role as Parish Councilwoman for District 5. Thank you. Now let's get rolling.